we go.
There we go.
It's switched the other way, but whatever. We're in Europe. That's funny. All right, we'll go with that. Let's just go with that. Everybody, welcome in Holly Crays. Holly, welcome. How are you?
Golden. Just
Golden?
golden.
Golden. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. You are you an Outsiders fan?
No, actually, I don't watch much TV, and if I
Oh,
do, I'm just watching an old sitcom, probably.
okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm. So when you say Golden, like I actually have an autographed copy of the book, The Outsiders, by the author, S.E. Hinton, and she's an Oklahoma author, and there's actually a museum in Tulsa, Oklahoma that you can tour. That was the actual house that they used to film the movie. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's funny, is it's owned by Danny Boy O'Connor from House of Pain, Everlast,
Okay.
that whole like '80s
Very cool.
'90s era. Yeah, so yeah, cool. So,
Very cool.
well, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So, like you said, my name is Holly Crays. I'm from Southeast Kansas. I live, I'm gonna say just a little over an hour to the like Kansas Oklahoma border. Um, I've been playing music. Well, I started when I was college, and there's kind of a story to that. And then my life got like real bad for a while, and I didn't play during that time. And then I started back up about 2 years ago. But I've only been playing like live for about a year and a half.
I fixed it. You've been playing live for a year and a half, and you travel pretty much all over, like just
Yeah,
wherever.
I'm right now. I'm in the four-state area, so like Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas,
Okay,
Oklahoma.
yeah,
But goals are bigger than that for sure.
absolutely, always, right?
Yeah.
You've made a lot of traction in a short amount of time.
Yeah, like I'm moving. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I'm proud of you. I've been watching, and I'm like, this girl's grinding. I love it, and that's the kind of artist I like to have in my network. We've talked about this. Is I like artists that are out there grinding. They're pushing themselves. They're not expecting somebody to do it for them. They may have people helping them, but you're putting in as much effort for yourself as your whoever may be helping you does, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, that's great. Then that's what's going to get you ahead. Hey Patricia, welcome in. That's what's going to get you ahead, 100%. Um, I look at you like you have a different style than Sarah Beth, but you two are real similar in the way you guys just grind away at your career, and I love you, respect you for it, 100%.
Us ladies were in a hurry.
That's right. That's right. I'm surprised she's not in here because she said she was going to be in here. She was talking about it in her live just a while ago, but
He has like the sweetest personality too.
she does. She is. She's a sweetheart. What made you want to become a musician? Like you said,
Well,
you
believe it or
started in
not,
college.
yeah. So growing up as a kid, I would kind of daydream about it,
Yeah.
mostly, to be honest. But I didn't come from a musical family, and so I played viola uh, for orchestra for like a year, and then I was raised by a single mom. She couldn't afford to have me keep going, so that didn't go anywhere. Then college, I dated a musician for a little while, which I 100% do not recommend at all. And anyway, so he was playing gigs just kind of locally, and I wanted to start playing and learn how to play because he played acoustic guitar. And at that time, when I had talked to him about it, he was like, "Yeah, like music's my thing." He didn't really want me being a part of any of it at all. And needless to say, that relationship did not work out. But while we were still together, I guess out of spite, I don't know. When he was gone at work during the day, because we was living in sin at the time, I would take his guitar down and I taught myself until I could afford to buy my own, and then just kind of rolled from there.
Nice. Nice. I'm really kind of glad that you've kind of found your niche. If you ask me, you have, because when you and I first started talking, you were like, I just don't really know where I fit in. And
Hmm.
I told you, you don't have to fit in. You have your own style. Like
Yeah.
and you ran with it and you're doing great. I'm proud of you. I really am. I know I've
Yeah.
said that before. I'm probably going to say that several times, but
There's definitely been like a couple of people that really like helped me kind of get over that because I feel like as a musician, when you start out, you obviously everyone's nervous. They don't want to mess up. They don't
yeah,
want to be, the foot of somebody's joke or whatever.
right.
But once you just start to embrace it, that's going to happen regardless. Whether
Yeah.
you great or not, somebody's gonna, not like it for whatever reason. But when you just embrace like the fall,
Yeah.
you just it's easier as far as like your personal becoming, I
Yeah.
think what I call it. Just becoming more curated as far as who you are and what your personal values are and what kind of messages are important to you and what styles are important to you. And so with my sound, I pretty much, when we went in to record on these first two tracks, I just told the guys, I was like, well, these are the genres that I love, and we're going to make them all make a baby. I don't know how we're going to do it, but um, we're going to make a baby. And
You did it. You
yeah,
did
I
it.
think we did. I think we did.
Yeah, you did. You killed it. Crushed it. So I the way I refer, and you've heard me say this too before, and but anybody that's in the chat hasn't heard. By the way, chat, if you guys could tap away, let's get some more people in here, and see if we can get more people to get to know Holly and her music, um, because you are definitely a different style, and I tell people all the time, I was like, she's got this whole red dirt country meets grunge rock kind of feel to it, and I dig it. I love it. And so, and other people I've played your music to are like, that's unique. That's really cool. You might be on the verge of a new genre.
I would
Like
I would dig that. I haven't-
like like you
no.
you could you could be birthing a new genre right now.
A legend.
A
No.
legend. You might become a legend. Let's go. I'm here for it.
No, that'd be cool as shit, honestly. But
It would be. It would
yeah.
be. Where did you go to college?
So I went to Pitt State University in
Okay.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yep, got my bachelor's degree there, and
Okay.
been working in the medical field for, oh God, I don't even know how many years. I don't want to age myself. I've been working in the medical field for a while.
I don't want to age. Hey, you're not going to age yourself more than me. I'm a lot older than I look, sweetheart. Trust me.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks I'm in my 30s, and I'm not. I'm not even nowhere
I
near that.
parted at gas station, so I'll take that. I'll take it.
So I know you play the guitar. Are there any other? Is there any other instruments that you play?
Oh God, no.
No. Do you want to learn any other instruments?
I really want to learn how to play harmonica, like
Yeah, I could see
badly.
that.
And honestly, when I was younger and I had started to play on the viola, I was actually really good and had like a natural talent for it.
Hmm.
So it really sucks that I
Yeah,
wasn't able to continue doing that. But
I could
honestly,
see it. I could see a harmonica and a fiddle, maybe.
yeah, like I think that would be legit if I could do those on top of what I do.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I just need to order a set and just start practicing at home and different keys and messing with it, I think.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. 100%. So, I mean, it's good that you inspire to I mean, to want to learn something else. Do you have any other interest outside of music? Like any other hobbies or?
Oh yeah. So I don't have a whole lot of time for hobbies other than music right now, but I love to ride horses and I love to train colts or young horses. Just I'm not like a crazy like it's not I'm not a horse trainer or a
Yeah,
horse trainer, but I really enjoy like the principles of horsemanship
right.
and I really like teaching. Um, there's just something about I don't know. It's just amazing to be a part of something. It's kind of like almost with what I'm doing with music. It's like you take a little baby
Yeah,
and then you just feed it and you nurture it and you
yeah,
teach it things and then you're like, oh, heck, I have something like of value that I made now. So,
yeah. I love it. I love it. I used to dabble with horses when I was younger. I had a lady that lived down the road from us that obviously I grew up in the country. I haven't lived in the country since I've been married, which is almost 30 years.
Mhm.
So, but there was a lady that lived down the road from us, and she taught me how to ride, and then she was teaching me how to train and stuff. She had a couple thoroughbreds, which God, those things are so hard headed. Um, it's so, but I helped her train. She actually even taught me how to break horses.
I love that. That's
That was
awesome.
fun.
So
We
did
had
you
one.
identify with ripped off then?
Yeah, yeah. At one point we had one we had to actually take to a pond. We could not get this thing to break.
Yeah, I have one
Yeah,
not that long ago like that, and well, we had an accident out here, which really that kind of spurred me into getting leaning more into music. Actually, was that, and then
right, right.
um, my grandpa passing and stuff at the same time. But man, that sucker, he never would quit bucking. I swear. And I've never been on one before to where I was like, dang, I think this dude wants to hurt me.
Yeah,
But I mean, he was the whole nine, snorting and snarling and grunting, and
they they are a lot like dogs. I my
he can
they
now. I'll tell
they
him.
are really and dogs have different tempers and their temperaments are different.
Oh yeah.
Um, like I had to like the guy that helped me do my service dog training for my giant schnauzer. He just recently started getting into training horses, and
Oh,
he said that he goes surprisingly a lot like dogs. It's crazy.
yeah.
So
I connect
it's
really well with dogs too. So
yeah, that's cool. So let's talk about accomplishments for a little bit. You've accomplished so much in such a little time since I've known you, and I've it's been a blessing watching you grow. And I see you continuing to grow. But what accomplishments, like what goals, personal goals, do you have set for yourself, say within the next 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years. As far as music goes, my main goal is not that. See, I don't. I feel like I'm kind of the opposite of some other artists. I feel like I feel like a lot of people go out and they just want fame and fortune and whatever. But I don't care about any of that.
Yeah,
I just want to make quality music that is true to who I am,
yeah,
that can resonate with other people and help them perceive things a little bit differently, maybe even themselves a little bit differently. And then, I mean, also my pipe dream goal would be to open up for some artists that I like to listen to.
yeah, absolutely. You live my motto.
Yeah,
You
that's pretty much where I'm
you live
at.
my motto.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
I like the humbleness. I do. I really do. Which is another thing that kind of drew me to you. I could tell just by talking to you that you're just really humble, and I respect that a lot. Um, that would be so. Speaking of that, and talking about who you would want to open up for, who would be your ultimate artist to collab with?
to collab with.
Yeah,
That's a really tough question. Whiskey Myers.
there
That
you
was
go.
that wasn't.
I
I was
just
like,
knew you
wait,
were going to
hold
say
on.
that.
Like, wait, hold on. No, I know. Because I'm thinking, I thought you were going to ask me who I'd want to open up for, and then I was just going to give you a list of people, probably. But
Yeah. So Whiskey Myers, you would want to collab with him, or
oh my God, that would be like, yeah,
yeah, that would be. I could see that too. Really, I could. That would be pretty cool. So
yeah.
you want to play us a song?
Why, sure. Why,
Oh,
sure.
why sure.
Why, sure.
What you got there? Is that a Washburn?
Oh, no. This is I don't even know the brand.
Is it,
just an old, like, 80s stag that
okay, okay. It looks a lot like the Washburn I got hanging on my wall right now. It's real similar.
yeah, I have no fancy things, and I don't have any interest in. I mean, it sounds pretty good because it's old. So
Hey, you know what? It's all in what you like. I've got a Jay Tercer up here on my wall, and people will say that Jay Tercer is just a cheap guitar, but I will put that thing up against a hummingbird any day.
right,
The
yeah,
sound quality is amazing. Yeah.
yeah. It was funny when I switched to this guitar because the one that I had before it was just kind of like a cheap starter guitar, but it was a Luna. I mean, it was good for travel because like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
You can't bust that thing. Like
Yeah, Lunas are
there's
tough. Yeah.
there's this one guy. We were at a gig in Leavenworth, Kansas, and it was so funny because we were all carrying like gear in, and right as I was like turning out of my peripheral vision, I could see the one of the lead guitar players. Was carrying my guitar. It just everywhere, case open, papers out, flying everywhere,
Oh.
and trying to be kind because this is how I am. I just pretended like I didn't see it because I knew he was gonna feel bad. And then it was like a running joke after that because later on they found out that I knew. Like they were like, "You knew the whole time, didn't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, but it's fine."
Yeah.
And like no biggie. Like accidents happen.
Yeah.
And so then they were all kind of laughing amongst each other because they were like, "We knew she knew. We told you she knew." And but
That's funny.
it's kind of a funny experience.
All right, you guys are in for a treat for the four that are in here. I don't know where everybody's at tonight. If you guys could do me a favor while she's playing and tap the screen and share the live out, let's see if we can get some more people in here. We still got about roughly 45 minutes of this thing.
Trying to remember for sure which one I want to play.
Ladies' choice.
Lady's choice. Okay, I think what I'm going to play, I'm just going to play one that I have out already. Because I have one that I'm getting ready to drop, but I don't want to, like, spoil it yet.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I tell you I love you. Think you'd kill me to act like I do. You say what's changed? Let me in, babe. It's been 3 days I ain't left this room. And I tell you I want you, but you ask too many questions too. You're doing alright. What's wrong tonight? Yeah, I'm fine till you need some proof. And hell, babe, I know it don't make no sense daring you to go while I pay I'll burn us both to the ground. Swear I ain't coming back around. Kicking and kissing you just because I'm down. And ultimatums I can make them, and breakups I can take them. 'Cause love just don't ever seem to sit right unless someone's knuckles are white. And I tell you I'm getting help, that I'm gonna fight for my mental health. But every damn day, same shit replay. How much can one man take anyway? 'Cause hell, babe, I know it don't make no sense daring you to go while I pitch a fit. I'll burn us both to the ground. Swear I ain't coming back around. Kicking and kissing you just because I'm down. Ultimatums I can make them, breakups I can take them. 'Cause love just don't ever seem to sit right unless someone's knuckles are white. I tell you I me to act like I do.
I love that song. It's so catchy. I
It's
find myself humming it going down the road sometimes, believe it or
very
not.
good. See, and this is the thing, because whenever we were recording and getting everything kind of going, I was like, these songs, whenever he was like mastering them and stuff, I was like, you need to add a little bit more thump to it, like put a
Yeah.
little more bass in on it, because I'm like, these songs are going to be something that they hear going down the road, and it makes them think.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But
absolutely.
also to where it flows well enough to where the song can end and then restart, and it's like no thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you haven't noticed. I don't do anything without like deliberate.
I'm learning that. I am. I'm learning that. Sometimes I get an echo when my headphones are close to my mic like this for a period, and I have to unplug them. It's almost like an ingress or something going on. It's weird. I don't know. So I had to. I don't know if you
Is
noticed,
it
but I had to.
on my end? Do you think?
Had me what?
Is it on my end? Do you think?
No, it's me. It just happens every. It has something to do. I was reading something about it, and there's something with where the cable's located here being so close to where this plugs in. It does some kind of like cross connection type, like airwave type deal. So I don't know. All I do is unplug it and plug it back in, and it stops. It's
Huh.
it's weird. I
But
try to
yeah.
keep my microphone a little bit lower. I do have it almost all the way up, so I might be a little hot. I don't know. Um, but anyways, yeah, I love it, and I can't get over your style, like, because I'm like, this is just like, I feel like 100% it could totally be a new genre, like, what you would call it, I don't know, but
I've
it,
been calling it Western girl grunge
Western girl grunge.
Yep.
Hey, it,
or horse girl grunge.
yeah, I have heard you refer to it as that. So you got the whole horse girl thing going on, and um, so uh, you seem to have a lot of strengths. Let's talk about those for a minute. Like, what strengths make you feel like you have the qualities to make it in this industry?
Number one being my work ethic. And I say that because I don't. I mean, it kind of references what you were talking about earlier, but I don't consider myself to be like a super like a just a talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Everything that I do, I work really really hard at. There's not on any given day that I don't practice, that I'm not writing, that I'm not planning, or like every day. It's almost all day.
yeah,
Sometimes it goes
yeah,
between trying to figure out band stuff and practices and writing and arranging and figuring out time to record and dealing with like gig booking, and then obviously going to the shows, the acoustic shows that I'm doing solo as well. um, so I don't consider myself a person that's super talented. I'm just a person that works really hard, that knows what they want, um, and they're willing to kind of bite the bullet and
do what
you
it
know
takes. Do what it
yeah,
takes. Yeah, it's the same thing
just
with
use
me.
that
And yeah,
bullet and
yeah.
to keep going.
Yeah, hey, when I stepped out on faith on this podcast thing, I'm not going to tell you, it was kind of scary
Hmm.
because it's new to me. I mean, radio and hosting and doing interviews and stuff like that, this is not new to me. But doing it like for me and doing it to help others, and it's a whole new world to me. So I get exactly where you're coming from, but it takes you're right, that work ethic and that drive to want it and know what you want. So I agree with that 100%, and I see that in you as well.
Hmm.
I have this sixth sense when it comes to musicians. I don't know what it is. At an early age, I've been around musicians my entire life, and it just I just relate to musicians. Like there's been musicians. I mean, like yourself. I mean, you consider yourself a little awkward.
Oh God,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, and
absolutely.
but sitting here talking to me, I can tell you're totally comfortable with me. And
Mhm.
me talking to you, I don't get that awkwardness. Like but it's like that with a lot of musicians, because there's a lot of musicians out there that do feel awkward, right? So it's just something I've always had that, and that I think that's I think that's what makes me, what drives me, because I do relate to you guys so much. And
Mhm.
so yeah, so I totally, what I'm saying is I relate to what you're saying,
No.
on the aspect of a different career path, but the same thing in the same industry, right? So
Mhm.
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I love it.
Yeah, it can definitely be nerve-wracking. I don't consider myself to be somebody that has very good um, social feelers of like what's
Yeah,
happening. I
yeah,
just don't. I don't know. I don't read people's behavior or
yeah.
anything very well. So,
Right.
and I'm very, very just to the point, and some people like that, and some people just don't care for it at all.
I love it.
So.
I'd rather you shoot me straight than to BS me. I mean,
I am the same way.
yeah,
Like I value that in other people, so that
yeah,
probably helps too um, with musicians because I feel like a lot of people are like that too,
yeah.
as far as musicians go. But I don't know. I can't speak for
Well,
everyone.
and on a musician aspect of it, I mean, they get BS'd a lot, right? I mean, it's the
Uh-huh.
industry we live in,
Yeah.
and to find somebody that's genuine, that's going to be straight up and true with them, it's rare, and it gains a lot of respect. Sarah Beth's in the house. Welcome in.
What's up, Sarah?
Um, so yeah, it gains a lot of respect and mutual respect as well when you connect with people that are just straight up and honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
especially in our industry, 100%. So, um,
Definitely.
what? So we kind of we touched on strengths a little bit, and we've talked about that. What weaknesses do you think you have that what do you know you have you're working on? What do you along those lines?
I've got a,
Kind of mess that
I've
question up a little bit.
got
Huh?
I've got a lot.
Yeah.
I would say some of my main ones are um, just continuing to work on my confidence. Like it's strange because I feel like once you put out music that's so vulnerable like that, they're like, "Oh my gosh, you're so confident." You know, I just seen somebody at the ballpark yesterday from my hometown that they're like, "Man, you're so confident. I don't know how you
Yeah.
ever." I'm like, I'm not confident. I just do it anyway."
Yeah.
um, and kind of fight through that because growing up, which I don't know, maybe that I feel like this maybe common for a lot of other musicians too, but I had like major social anxiety growing up. Like I can remember people trying to have conversations with me even as a little kid and
Yeah.
like blackout feeling like you know you're awake but there ain't nothing. You can't do anything with that. So um like for the longest, even whenever I was in college and playing, like I would try to just play in front of people and I mean for years. I had to work at it for years to where I could actually do it. And then the first like live, and that was like in front of friends and family. That was like not even gigging. But I had someone ask me to do a gig, and it was just a few months after my grandpa passed. And he's the one that really told me that I should be doing music anyway. And
It's
they had
great to
asked
have
me
a.
about it, and I legit, I thought I was gonna be playing in the back of a truck bed for just like just a local gig thing. But that event that she asked me to play for had grown quite a bit. So then, and I was playing in between sets of very like big professional bands,
Yeah.
which was nerve wracking. But there wound up being like 600 people there.
Yeah.
And so I don't remember my performance, but everybody loved it.
Yeah.
And my phone started going off after that about can you play here, can you play here, and then honestly too just to get like experience in front of people. Like there were several times where I just went places and I just played for free. It was like, hey, do you care if I
Yeah.
come in and play at this time or whatever, and did things like that. Um, and I do think that that helps because then you know if it's free and it's terrible, you know the venues they're not out, you know, or whatever
Yeah.
on anything. But um, now, like with having a booking agent, there's a little bit different standards as far as performance and stuff. So
Yeah.
every time that I go out there and I play, especially on my own, because it's a really vulnerable position to be in, I just try to get better and better every time.
Yeah. I wanted to talk to you more about that booking agent, but I mean, we can talk offline about that. But I wanted a little more information from you, and I've been meaning to reach out to you. But we can, like I said, we'll take that offline. But it's also good. You threw something out there that caught my attention because I was very close to my grandfather too, and so the your encouragement from your grandfather means a lot to you. I can tell, and I love that because I was I was a grandpa's boy. you know, I love my grandfather, and I still not a day goes by. I've got a memorial set up here on my wall for him. I got a picture over here. All those cowboy hats up there on above the TV are his. Those belong to my grandfather. And I've got a silverback Bailey that he had handmade in Cowtown, downtown Oklahoma City, and
Oh,
I have it. I wear it every now and then. So,
that's
but
awesome.
yeah, so I totally can relate to the grandfather thing, and then he encouraged me and inspired me, and you know I was his dude. You know, it was like there was, and so I get it 100%. That caught my attention when you've mentioned your grandfather a couple times, so I could tell you were close.
Yeah, he didn't live in this area, but every time that I went down, because he actually lived down in Muskogee,
Okay.
so we would go down there, and he was the first person that ever heard me like sing, and made me believe in myself. um, and for some reason, that really stuck with me, because he's not. I mean, he was very kind souled man.
Yeah.
Um, and there's not a lot of men I feel like that I've met like personally. I don't know if it's where I'm from or what, but usually they're like, "Oh, I'm rough and tough," and my grandpa, he was the opposite.
Yeah.
He just had
It's a gentle soul.
yeah, just a
Yeah.
gentle soul, and um, when he was, getting ready to pass and all that stuff, he was on hospice and had cancer and stuff. But he was talking to me, and every time that I come down, he'd be like, "You bringing your guitar? You can come sing for me?" And he did not care what I played. So many people you'll sit in front of him and be like, "Can you play this? Can you play this? Can you play?"
Yeah.
Not him. He could have never heard it. It could be a genre that he doesn't like at all, and he would not care. Um, and that, as an artist, I feel like, or as a musician, I feel like that is the coolest experience that you'll ever really get
Yeah,
as a musician.
absolutely, absolutely. I tell people all the time that your family's not your fans, but occasionally they are. You know, people.
He's really my only one,
Yeah,
so, and he's
right.
not here
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
But yeah, yeah, you just can't rely on really close friends or family. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
they won't necessarily push you down. Sometimes they will, but
Sometimes,
yeah.
but but they don't lift a finger to help a lot of times too.
Oh no, 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 no.
I push stuff out to my family all the time, like share this. No, they
Yeah.
don't do
Can you just like it when you go by? Yeah,
it. Yeah, can you just like and share? I mean, that's all I'm asking you to do.
I know. Like you're asking.
It's funny. How about a question from from the chat? Anybody in the chat want to ask a question? Are you open for that? You
Oh
good
yeah,
for a question? Okay.
I'm
Anybody in
good.
the chat want to ask a question? There's only we dropped back down to four, went up to like eight, and then four, and like I
There's
don't know.
four. We got four questions maybe.
So TikTok did a big battle thing tonight that I just found out. I don't know because my artist Mama Bear is
Mhm.
she actually got a notification that she had a battle tonight that she wasn't aware of, and like so there's some weird stuff going on with TikTok right now. And
I've never battled ever. I
I
don't even
hate it.
know.
I
I
hate. I
don't.
think the thing about it is to keep the algorithm moving. You kind of have to, but I mean,
Really?
I'm over it. And here's the deal: if I interview somebody and four more people get to know you, then I still did my job. I still did my part. That's four more people that got to know you, got to know your music, and then those four people can spread it out too. So
Mhm.
I don't even. I've gotten to where I don't even worry about the numbers anymore. But I do like to get as many
Well,
people
even
there as possible.
in my opinion, even regardless, like above just like being a musician that's on the grind or whatever, like I feel like at heart, I'm always gonna be an artist. So
Check
to be
out the
able to sit,
comments.
to be able to sit and chat with somebody about music, like I'm game. I'll do it all day, every day.
Sarah
What's
Beth.
up? I'm proud of you, dude. You're making moves down there, down
Yeah,
south.
she is. And I yeah. So I just found out some news in her live just a while ago that Normally, she gives me a little insight, but then she's like, "It just happened while I was on live, so I haven't had time to tell you." But normally, she tells me her big news. But I'm gonna let her tell you. But there's something big coming
Oh
for
gosh.
her. So I know you didn't have time. I know you just found out. But you know, it's okay. I get it.
I can feel a shift. She's having a shift right now.
Yes.
I
Yes.
I've seen it in her videos and her content, and even like Sarah, you are so sweet. You have the sweetest personality of anyone online that I've ever seen. By the
She
way,
does. She
you
does.
just do.
We talk
You.
almost daily, and I thoroughly enjoy our conversations. We have good time. We do. And she's my co-host in Nashville, so that's gonna be a blast.
Oh, that is gonna be
So
fun.
yeah, it is. It is.
We'll have a good time.
Yeah. So I didn't see any questions. Did we? Did it? Let me go back.
I don't
Uh,
think so.
yeah, I didn't
I'm
see
an
any.
open book,
Yeah.
but
So if anybody in the chat right now has any questions for Holly, you're free to ask before I move on. You can play another song for us if you want.
I guess I could. I wonder
It's
what
about
I
that
want.
time. We've been chatting for a few minutes.
Should I play an original or should I play a cover?
You can do whatever you want, sweetheart. This is your hour.
Hmm.
Play a cover. I don't think I've ever heard you do a cover. Like
Couple of pretty flowers is what I brought to you. I saw you through a broken window with a different point of view. You had signs of depression from a long line of sin, and your face tells a story about the places you have been. I love you so. I thought you should know when that muddy water's flowing as you take my hand past the creek down by the hollow through your daddy's land. And I could buy you a diamond, but I cannot change the world, 'cause I ain't got no money. You'll never be my girl, no. You was gonna be a singer and a big movie star, but you can't catch no breaks, babe. And Hollywood is hard. Now you work down at the timeout off of 155, and you're dancing for your dog, just trying to stay alive. It hurts me so. I thought you should know. When you feed your addiction with your crystal meth, and I plead for your life as it takes you to your day. No more deal with the devil, as your looks begin to fade. I saw you laughing through the tears as you slowly slipped away. I watched you go. I thought you should know. Yeah, I watched you go. Thought There was a rose, I thought he should know. A couple of pretty flowers is what I brought to you. I saw you through a broken window with a different point of view. I don't say that.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So you did have a couple questions. We'll go back to them.
Oh,
And,
right on.
Huh?
I said, oh, right on. I like questions. Need guidance.
Yeah. So Sarah Beth asked, have you always written, or when did you get inspired to write?
Oh, so I feel like I was starting to write before I even really could play guitar. Because that's what I always wanted to do. Even when I was younger, like, I mean, as a kid, I'd get a notepad out. I took some poetry classes, and I've always enjoyed writing, and I've always enjoyed things like poetry and stuff like that. So I think that it's kind of always been there, that major goal hasn't ever really necessarily been how good of a singer can I be, how good of a, player can I be. I've always just wanted to write really good music that
Yeah.
people can relate to. Like, that's just my goal. Stuff that makes people feel less alone, and like it's okay to be human, and it's okay to mess up, and like it's gonna be all right.
And I think you might have mentioned this at the begin, but Charlie asked how long you've been a musician. So
Oh gosh. So if I chop it up, I should probably chop it up. So I played for probably two or 3 years whenever I was going through college. No, probably 4 years, and then I started back playing like regularly about 2 years ago. So it's probably just 6 years. But me and the guitar, we are frenemies. Like, this is a way to get to do the other things that I enjoy. This is not
yeah,
where I have any like natural skill. Anything that I know how to do on this is
Yeah.
because I just kept going and I've tried to overcome.
yeah. I hear you. I inspire to want to learn how to play myself.
Mhm.
I have yet to find the time to do it.
Yeah, it takes so much time. And I always tell people, like, that saying that you hear about, like, nobody ever learns how to play guitar unless they've got their heart broke. That's true. That's true. Because I'm a solid believer that if you're not like in a really bad place to
Yeah.
where you can be okay with, okay, this is going to sound terrible, but I feel like in the beginning when you're first learning on the strings, I feel like it's almost a kind of self-harm when you're brokenhearted.
Yeah.
That's crazy perception probably, but
But I get it. I understand
kind
it.
of true. It's kind of
Yeah.
like, what else are you going to do? So
Yeah, exactly. Um,
thank you,
oh,
Charlie.
anyways, so let's see. I got there was something else I was going to ask you, and I don't remember what it was. Imagine that. I'm out of questions. I'm not out of questions. I'm never out of questions. I just had something that was in my head, and I was going to ask you, and I don't remember what it was. Oh yeah, I do. I remember. I remember what it was. Um, what is your definitely healing? Yeah. What's your favorite part about being a musician? And then the second part of the question, I'll just ask it separately. But what's your favorite part about being a musician, doing what you do?
Um, I would say that my favorite part, just not necessarily about being a musician, but about my journey so far with music, has been the amount of women that have came up to me or like messaged me and just talked about how inspiring it is to see someone else, that they know or that they follow Because anybody locally here in my area, they know that I've had a rough start to adulthood. I did not have a good go. Um, there was just a lot of things that I did not know about the world, and um, I was very naive, and I just believed in people wholeheartedly, and that got
Yeah.
me in so much trouble, so much trouble. Because I used to actually have a personality a lot like Sarah, just very sweet and um, things like that. But I'm not like that anymore. Um, and I don't necessarily know that it's a bitterness that I carry with me. I don't think that's it. I think overall it's just realism. You know what I mean? Like it's like just showing people who I am, knowing that I have struggles, and then being able to share that with them through music, and to be able to see and hear that that's inspiring other women to do things.
Yeah.
And
Well said. Well said. Now the other part of that is what is the least favorite part about being a musician?
um, I would say the anxiety of it. Um, between because like I have several gigs coming up, and like I had some players that some things happened and they're not going to be able to be there, and it's like I'm trying to scramble together, musicians quickly, and even in my cover sets I don't play hardly anything in the original key unless it's an artist that their voice is similar to mine. um, and so that wreaks havoc on my brain and my mind, because I'm like, oh my gosh, they're expecting me to have, a full band there. And, um, but recently, through this past week, I'm literally just, it's going to be fine. There's either
Yeah.
going to be people there or there won't be people there, but it's going to be what it is.
Yeah.
If there's no people there, then I'm just going to have to, knock their socks off. So,
There you go. There you
yeah.
go. It's a good attitude to have. I like it. I dig it.
That's where I'm
So,
at now. It's so easy, I feel like, to get caught up in politics when it comes to music, and I don't want any part of any of that. And so that's why I was really hoping, and I was kind of posting online to try to find more like kind of permanent people, like, hey, who wants to invest in like, at least a 2-year project,
mhm.
at minimum a year. But I mean, to
Yeah.
just commit to something for a year, I feel like is not that. I mean, if you like to play music and you want a gig, that's not that big of a deal to be
Right.
like, I'm good for it, but
So you have, I mean, so you have regular band members, or do you kind of have to just search around?
so I kind of did, and they were just playing with me when they were available and not playing for someone else. They were usually in one other band, um, but everything's just got jumbled recently.
Yeah.
Um, and so I'm on the hunt for
Okay.
musicians in my area for sure.
Shoot me a message and tell me what you need, and I'll definitely keep my ear to the ground. So,
Right on, I love
um,
it. Because, yeah, I definitely, and my whole thing is because I'm really wanting to find people like that are like-minded, and maybe it's different for somebody that just plays, and doesn't, write or sing or whatever, but
yeah.
to just be like, hey, this is really cool, and I want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride this out for a while, and then if it doesn't work out, after you give it some time, cool. But I feel like I haven't really gotten a chance to get started yet with the whole band thing. So
Yeah. It'll come, you know.
I think it
You
will.
know as well as I do, everything's in God's timing,
Oh yeah.
and
That's what I was gonna say. I've just now started to just like let
it's
it
gonna
be.
be okay.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be fine. Like if nobody wants to play with me, if I find people, if I don't find people, it's whatever.
She's
We're
in
on his floor.
southeast Kansas, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Sarah's asking where you're located. Southeast Kansas. So Sarah she knows a lot of people too, and she's originally from Missouri.
You sure?
So
Oh,
yeah,
well, she
so
might know somebody then.
yeah, so she knows she knows a lot of people. So we did our first band show, and let me tell you, it all works out how it should. There you go. See,
It's
there's some
kind of
encouragement. There's
oh
some
wow.
encouragement from
Yeah.
your friend Sarah.
Tater's tribute, same here, Southeast Kansas. What's up?
Yeah, yeah. So, well, we got about
We need.
roughly 8 minutes to the top of the hour. So you're welcome to play another one. And I mean, you can play an original if you want, or
Right
what
on.
people come to hear. They want to hear your music. They don't want to hear us chit chat all night.
I'm trying to think here of which one I want to do because, like, I get kind of nervous on these interviews playing. I don't know why. Well, I know why. I have social anxiety. It is what it is. But
Real quick, Sarah said she's going to work on that for you. Do you need everyone? Like you need
oh
like
gosh, yes.
the whole. You need everybody.
Yeah. Like I mean, they the bass player he agreed like he could fill in whenever I needed him to. Um, but lead and drums I definitely need. Um, for sure.
Take a cowboy hat.
Actually, what I might do you care if I pull up my lyrics while I do this? Because this is one that I'm working on.
No,
Is that-
do what you need to do. Oh, you're paused. Oops. Not sure what happened.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm just going to play part of it, is what I'll do then.
Yeah, that's fine. This is a new one you're working on? So you're going to get a little
Yes, sir.
teaser, guys. A little teaser of a new song. You heard it right here on RDD.
Hold me steady now. I'm losing my mind. I ain't been. Oh shoot! I already done messed it up.
It's a new one. It's all good. Take your time.
Oh, now I know the line. Hold me steady now. I'm losing my mind. Breakdowns and burnout, just serving time. My soul's running straight, behavior starts to take. I need you to say you want me, even when your head's telling you to walk away. Lover, love me like you lost it. Go on, kiss on me like you still want this. Hold on to me like you didn't notice. I've been acting so goddamn hopeless. That's what I got so far.
There you go. There you go. It's off to a good start. I like it. I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear it completed. It's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm thinking about adding some fiddle to it,
You should.
like a little bit of kind of like a dingy fiddle in the background. You know,
Yeah.
get a little
Yeah.
melancholy feeling in there.
You know what? This is.
Okay.
I love this. This is great.
I wish I could play the whole thing for you, but I can't. I
No,
have
it's
to
all good.
when it's new.
No, I get it. It's new. It's new. I'm just honored that you played a portion of it here, and people got to hear it first right here. So the whole 7 people that are in here got to hear it first. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So talking and speaking about comfort zones and stuff. So I've got some stuff coming up. I'm gonna go into a couple of plugs here, and then we'll end this. But I got something coming up. I've actually been working on. And let me go back to it here. So I've been doing this. I had an R&R rods out of Montana, made a custom fly rod. It's a 5-weight fly rod, so it's perfect for bass fishing.
Oh,
It's
no.
got, you can see it's got my logo there, and down here on the rod, it actually can't see it in unless my lights. It says Red Dirt Disciple in on the rod right through here.
That's cool.
So he retails these rods for about $500,
Oh my
right?
God.
Yeah, it's crazy, but they're very high end quality fly rods. And
Mhm.
so anybody that fly fishes will tell you you want a good rod, right? But anyway, so he made this for me, and I've been doing the raffle for it, and now it has turned into it's turned into a circus show. So $5 per entry to one of these here. And what happens is this: my goal is not $500, but I told a lot of my followers want to hear me sing. So I told them, I was
Wait,
like,
let me
okay.
know when it's happening.
Oh,
Let me
no.
know. I'll show up.
So I said, all right, if I hit $500, I will sing. And they were like, what are you going to sing? And I'm like, if I have my choice right now, Adam Clouser, Don't Shut the Door.
I
So
don't think I know that song. Look it
I'll
up.
play it. I'll play it for you. I can go a little over. I'll play it for you. So, but now since this morning, Mr. Andrew Jameson jumped into my live this morning, and because of him, if I bust $500, even if it's just one entry of $5, and I hit 505, I have to dance. So now,
Dancing.
now,
You the
now I'm
same
singing
song.
and dancing. So you can see where the circus is coming in, right?
Like
Now
a chicken.
not at the same time, but I have to sing and dance. And then I jump into Pastor Nate Cooper's live over at the Morning Jam, and it turned into now if I hit 550, I have to wear a Spider-Man outfit and dance.
Okay, I love this.
Okay, yeah, no, there's more. Wait.
He said, I'm
if
not done.
if I hit 575, I have to slip a Batman mask over my Spider-Man mask. And if I hit 600, I have to wear a Batman outfit. So but the thing is at 600 I have to do it all. I have to sing, dance in a Spider-Man outfit and dance in a Batman outfit. So yes. So
I hope you're coordinated because I am not.
and
I
then
can never. I
let's
can
get to
never.
1,000. Rich, I wish, man. That would be a phenomenal goal. So lo and behold, I'm sitting here and I'm seeing my wife off to work, and I get a text message from Andrew Jameson, and he was like, it was a Cash App. He goes, Cash App. Andrew sent $50 this morning.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are gonna make me do this.
What's the deadline on this thing? Oh, my bankers are sweet.
The deadline is the end of
Mom.
April. The end of April. Yeah,
Don't
I
do
so
it,
somebody
Mom.
said something about taking a like I want to oh, who was it? I can't remember. Somebody said I want to borrow the money just to make you do it. Oh my gosh. So anyways, I'm the type of person that when I sing I hate my voice, but everybody else don't. And a lot of musicians I know are that way. And I'm not a musician, I'm a lyricist. Like I can write and I mean people say I can sing. I don't hear it. I don't see it. But I guess people are going to find out. I mean, uh,
One way or another. It's looking
if we
like
hit that 500 goal, we will. I'm really hoping we don't get close to 600. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't,
you
yeah,
gotta add something on the tail end of that too.
that's totally out of my comfort zone, 100%. Adam Clouser, Don't Shut the Door. If you have not heard this, you are in for a treat. This man has a voice, and I'm going to play it for you just because we have time. I don't have to get off immediately. I do need to soon, but let's see
Yeah, my
here.
phone's about to die. I got 5%.
Oh no, I got enough time to play it then. Let's do this. Adam Clouser. Don't Shut the Door. We're going to do the acoustic version here. Here we go. You hear it okay?
Yeah.
I was singing front porch, rocking right next to you. Not a bar stool back in a corner of the room. I was thinking ring in a box on one knee, not all my shit packed and thrown in the street. Don't shut the door on me. I can't go back to that misery. I got a bottle waiting on the top shelf.
One more shot, send me to hell.
You got
Wrap
it.
my truck around a tree.
A preview.
Said you never give up on me. So baby, don't shut the door on me.
I think you got it. You got it.
You think so?
Yeah. We'll send it.
So yeah, I mean, great song. Check him out. You can stream it. He's up. He's working on some new music. He's been trying to get some stuff released. The thing about Adam, he was supposed to do America's Got Talent, and when they sent the contract, him and I and his fiance read over that contract, and we were like, "You're signing your life away." Like everything he sang on that stage, they are going to own, and he'll never be able to do it again. Like it's so he backed out of it and decided, you know what, I'm just going to put some more music out and I'm going to do this on my own.
Yeah, I hate that stuff because I feel like, people in the United States, they think, oh, well, that's like a fast track to fame or whatever,
It's not.
but it's a scam.
It's a
like
Hollywood
big
scam.
scheme. And, then they own the rights to the music,
Yeah.
and I mean, heck, they could give it to somebody else who doesn't even need it.
I told him, look, I was like, look, do you can still do it, but do covers.
Yeah.
Like, don't do any originals because they're gonna own your stuff, bro. But he decided not to, and I'm actually proud of him. He got a lot of flack for it, and I actually wound up making a post about it. And I'm like, look, you guys don't know unless you're in this industry, you have no clue and you have no right to talk, because it was not a good deal.
No, it's not, because even that after the fact, if you were to win, half the time they have a contract if you win too to get your reward or whatever, and they can sign you and they can put you on a back shelf in the back of the store that no one can ever find.
Yeah.
And that could be what your career goes to.
Yeah. So the thing is like, people like Carrie Underwood and stuff that were on it, and you've seen she's done great things and stuff, but it's not because of American Idol.
Yeah.
It's because Carrie Underwood has grit like you and like Sarah Beth, and she's still she was grinding her ass off after American Idol to make it to where she is. American Idol didn't do it for her. She was a winner, yeah, but that's not why she's where she is today.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing, because like after the season's over, those people, they forget all about, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. Absolutely. See, I got Al in here saying a while ago that he's calling his banker. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing everything.
he said they're sending a camera crew.
Totally 100% out of my comfort zone. It's funny because I can sit here
Oh,
and
local news station.
I can interview people. I'm going to be walking up and down the streets of Broadway doing random street interviews for CMA in June. I can do stuff like that. But
There we go.
but singing and stuff, I can even get up on stage and MC a concert like nobody's business. But I singing in front of people is not me. It's not me.
It's tough.
It's completely out of my comfort zone. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So, Holly, it was a pleasure and an honor and great to actually get to sit side by side with you finally and talk.
Yeah, I'm glad, because it's like every time I drop in, I'm like, I feel like I know them, but I don't know them. So,
yeah, I hear you. So, let's I want to get with you after, though not after this, but sometime this week I'll hit you up. I want to talk more because I really want some more information about your booking agent. Not that I want to give all of it away, but I feel like if I could have a good agent to help me book a few gigs here and there for Mama Bear, it would kind of be some space fillers for me and kind of relieve a little bit of pressure at the same time. Because right now at this time I'm doing everything. that a manager does or can do. Not everything that all managers do, but a manager can do. And so I want to kind of give some of that up a little bit to just kind of until I get in a better position, right? So,
Yeah.
but let's talk about that. It was a pleasure. Thank you for coming in, and I look forward to seeing more and more growth from you, 100%. And I look forward to being a part of it. I do. I'm glad that we connected, and I'm glad that we're in each other's lives. And
Same.
yeah.
Same.
So, all right. Good night. God bless everybody. Thanks for coming in. We will catch you next time. I have tomorrow night the Gospel Jam, Thursday night, 7 p.m. So see everybody there. If you want to come in, if you're a musician, you want to come play a gospel song, it's open boxes. Come on in and play. So good night and God bless, guys.
Bye.
Bye.